community service recognises that communities aren't hard to reach, but rather that their team need help removing the barriers that have made services hard to reach. In doing this, they can better capture unheard voices. This brings me on to our next performance. Sounds Like Chaos have created Uncensored, a research and creative campaign group of 8 young women, aged 16 to 25, who are actively exploring issues of women's safety in the borough. Through their peer-led research, they are capturing these unheard voices. Give it up for Uncensored.
We are Uncensored. Over the last 8 weeks, we have explored women. We have explored the safety of women and people of marginalised genders through a series of creative workshops. We chose the name Uncensored to represent the different ways that women are silenced. The silencing of women's voices, bodies, thoughts and emotions, each angle creating barriers which prohibit us from expression. We chose to use brackets as symbolism of society's entitlement to women's voices and bodies, simultaneously concealing us and driving the narrative of our lives for us.
We find this subject important in highlighting the reality of the barriers to women's safety and comfort. We believe that everyone is responsible to be educated and raise awareness on this to be a part of a community that values women. This campaign was rewarding because we got to connect with other women and talk about and share about the subject that is most important to us. We had many takeaways such as conversations on intersectionality, how misogyny impacts our day-to-day lives and those around us, discussing the notion of safe spaces, how women are viewed in general, stereotyped and perceived, feeling like we're not alone, being able to see that we all share similar experiences, and the workshops facilitated encouraged a wider perspective through creative outlets, pushing past surface level discussions and expressing our deeper emotional responses.
Please refer to the prints handed out and the prints outside in that room. There are amazing artworks by Ida, myself, and photography by Rachel. And also look at our manifesto that we handed out, which will give you an idea of what we have been working on over the last 6 weeks and the asks we have for our campaign.
Now as we move on to our creative pieces, please can you welcome to the stage Rofeda to read out her first poem.
Trying to find the words, but I can't seem to picture the lines and lines, but where can I reside and find the reason for my current state of being? I mean, my mind interprets life, but I can't seem to picture the bigger picture. The government, corruption, social media. Why are so many women dying? So many questions and no answers. This world is slowly dying and no one can answer. Question for the world, but no one can answer. I need answers. What is the reason? Why is life so effed in the time that we're in? I'm fighting the world, but I'm fighting within. When am I going to have peace of mind? I'm trying to find the answer to my questions, but I'm stuck in this cycle of asking and asking and asking, and no one cares enough to answer. Just please answer. There's a reason for everything. I know you know the reason. I need it, you see it, I'm pleading. Can I really make change? Can I really help people when I can't help myself? I'm a hypocrite to myself, to the world. I got trauma, but oh well, that's life, right? So I push it to the side, I push it down and down and down until I'm so trapped that I can't breathe. I'm suffocating. No one can hear me cry for help. My chest just gets tighter and tighter until I'm a lifeless body just living, breathing. But I'm not here. I'm gone. And no one realized. But that's the cycle of life, right? Journey of my existence. drain my spirit, my energy, my soul until I'm just here. But I won't let my trauma define me. I went on this journey to find me, to find peace. I walk on this earth with a purpose. I'm led by God, so how could I think that I'm worthless? I said, I'm led by God, so how could I think that I'm worthless?
Our body knows when we need to breathe and make time for us. We don't need to exhaust ourselves trying to find our own value. We might not know it, but inside and out we are worth something only because our body knows. Standing upon constant edges of decisions, fighting battles by ourselves, suffering through difficulties along the way, trying to find a place to where we belong, even though we may not have a clue to where, but our body knows. Being able to make decisions based from good and bad, knowing which way is up or down, allowing us to recognize if something is too hot or too cold, sometimes being able to tell left from right, only because our body knows. Society tells us what we should and shouldn't do with our bodies. As a society, we create these stereotypes that reflect our shortcuts within our cultures, boasting about our ignorance, not allowing us to interact with each other. Some do recognize these problems and try to break those standards, which those people understand that is the right thing to do, because our body knows. This is all the same when regarding safety, knowing when we put ourselves in danger, but that isn't as clear as it should. That isn't as clear as it should be to others. Stop being ignorant and educate yourself. Stop being selfish and try to do something that can help change our society, no matter how big or small. The body knows. The life we are living right now isn't right. Allow the body to keep each of us safe. Allow the body to have a chance to express itself without judgment or hatred. Allow the body to understand what an actual equal society should look and feel like. Allow the body to know.
I come from a line of strength, care and love always present. I come from the uniting of hearts, a home built with a door that's always open. I come from the broken spirits of my ancestors, cracked and stepped on. I belong to a family, close and united. I belong to a community, vast but conflicted. I belong to you, my first heartbreak, my first dream crush. I carry shame, deep and rooted. I carry love, lasting and overflowing. And I carry knowledge, gained from pain, from experience. Being a woman in this society means carrying the weight of the world silently. Being a woman in this society means hiding your pain so you're not viewed as insane. I don't want to be what you think of me. I don't want to be what they say, what they think they see. I'm not my past. I'm not what's made of me, what's done to me. I'm not the shadow that's cast as I stand on your stage and actor in your play. I'm not human in a relation to a man. People shouldn't touch me because they think they can. I belong to me. I am alive.
Feel shame. Feel shame for the bright lights you dim each day with your ideologies and typologies. I'm a bright light, but you make me dim. Masking my bursting, providing and soulful energy just to appear woman-like. Subconsciously dumbing myself down when I know I'm smart. The younger me is crying tears of a stolen identity because of you. Walking down the street, 15 years of age, having men telling me what they want to do to me, looking at me with hunger and hostility in their eyes, leaving scars like souvenirs on my mind, each from a different experience, a different day, a different man. How do you expect that not to affect a girl growing up? Feeling an object, so you begin treating yourself as one. The concept of self-objectification. Then consequently, and most definitely not surprisingly, this concept is the specific point that triggers society the most. A woman's response to her own trauma. Women's responses to their own trauma, and not the systems and people that gave it to them. She wants attention. Slut. Dumb. No, maybe she's been given the wrong attention all her life from every institution or man that's meant to protect her and make her feel safe. And subsequently, she affects the amount of that she receives to her own worth and self-esteem. Why is your outrage not with the men, not with the systems and the institutions that further perpetuate this view? Why is it with women, especially women who are never protected from the darkest parts of our society? Feel shame for the bright lights you dim each day with your ideologies and pathologies.
I just want to say before I move on, heavy, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so
We recorded sounds of different journeys, some on our way home and some to a destination. We collaborated with a sound artist, Cecilia Alfonso-Eaton, on creating this short soundscape. We would like to invite the audience to think about the different things they can hear and how this would make you feel.
These are our three asks. To have more trauma-informed services that are integrated into schools and are free, accessible and tailored to different individual needs and experiences. This would be frequently reviewed to provide updated training for current and changing needs for young people.
An implemented system that collects current data on the public's accessibility to wellbeing practices, helping build better infrastructures and programs for the needs of different communities.
Raising awareness about what services are available for women and people of marginalised identities that have felt unsafe.
Thank you for listening to us. We hope that you've enjoyed listening to our campaign. Please make sure you have a read of the manifestos that are on the back of the posters that you received, and take time to have some deep conversations with any of us as this event goes on. Follow Sounds Like Chaos as we continue to dive deeper into the work and develop more ways to see change for young women and girls for the future and beyond. Thank you.